Hello and welcome, everyone. My name is Merrick Bigelow. I am the executive editor over at LP Magazine. LPM is excited to be a partner in announcing the LP Hall Award winners today and the Hall of Honor inductees throughout this week.
And I am Rose Jansen, partner and communication strategist at Evergreen CSD. And I am excited to partner with LPM on announcing the winners for the Hall Awards this week. And if it looks like I'm sitting in the dark, it's because I'm sitting in the dark. We're out of power here, but we're going to push through this and get it done.
Okay, hello again, everyone. I'm Jack Britton, editorial director here at Loss Prevention Magazine.
And I'm Kevin McMenamin, Chief Operating Officer of LP Magazine and LPM Media Group. We're all very excited to be here today to announce the next set of winners in the 2020 Hall Awards. Yesterday, we announced the Community Champion Award, the LP Rising Star Award, and the Social Justice Warrior Award. And you can find that online, the information, in case you missed that. It's at lphall.com. So, Rose, can you remind everyone which categories that we're announcing today?
Sure. We are announcing the winners of the Solution Provider Partner, the Solution Provider Innovator, Outstanding Webinar, and Outstanding Podcast.
Excellent. And you can find more information on these categories and on the finalists, again, at www.lphall.com. All right, so let's get started. Let's start with the Outstanding Webinar or Webinar Series category. Jack and Merrick, who are the finalists?
Okay, the first finalist for the day is Access Retail Open Mic from Access Communications. That's the series that is put together and hosted by Hedgie Bartol and Rick Snook. And wow, what great hosts those guys have been so far.
Oh, yes, they are great. Next is the Global Retail Crime Summit that was put together by Aurora. That event was very well attended and had such great feedback on its sessions. It was fantastic. And folks were commenting on how useful it was. It's great.
Okay, the next one is one that's very close to home for us here at LP Magazine. As an initiative we help to organize, and that is the Orcas in Action Summit. Pulled off with the support of a coalition of all the organized retail crime associations across the U.S. and facilitated by LPM.
The next one is also a favorite for LPM, as this is one of our highest attended and highest rated webinars from 2020. Thanks to the great folks over at Alto Alliance. Just as the world started to go sideways at the beginning of the pandemic, Alto was able to give our US audience access to their country manager from Spain, who at the time was a good 3 weeks or more into the shutdowns, government restrictions, and the general craziness ahead of us here in the US, and gave retailers very valuable insights that allowed for a pivot in our advanced preparations for the chaos that would soon follow here. So the finalist is the COVID-19 Lessons from Spain, presented by Alto Alliance.
Okay, and our last finalist is the Power of Teamwork, Loss Prevention and Law Enforcement Combating Organized Retail Crime and Gangs. And that was presented by 3SI and the Loss Prevention Foundation.
Excellent. All right, let's get to our winners. Rose, who is our first runner-up?
And the runner-up for the Outstanding Webinar or Webinar Series is the Global Retail Crime Summit by Aurora.
All right, excellent. God, that was a fantastic session too. That whole event was really pulled together, very well organized. They did such a great job with that.
They did.
All right, Merrick, the winner for the Outstanding Webinar or Webinar Series for 2020 is...
All right, drum roll, please. The winner for Outstanding Webinar or Webinar Series is COVID-19 Lessons from Spain, presented by Alto Alliance. It was a fantastic session. Oh, I got it upside down. There we go.
All right.
It really is there, though.
Excellent, excellent. Yeah, that was such a powerful webinar, and it gave such really great insight. Alto pulled that together really quickly at the last minute, and I remember them calling us and saying, "Hey, how can we how can we help all these folks, in Spain and Italy, they were 3 or 4 weeks ahead of us with the government shutdowns and the unbelievable stories of, we can't leave our house, because unless you're going to the grocery store. If you wanted to go for a walk, they recommended that you carried a shopping bag so you look like you were going to the grocery store. And we just couldn't believe all that. Remember that? Like that was,
Absolutely.
we were all like, oh no, that'll never happen here. And then sure enough, it started. And we certainly got some advanced prep and some advanced warning of where things could go. And they obviously went that way for us eventually as well. So that was just so useful. So many retailers told us how much they got out of that. I'm not surprised at that one at all.
Well, it's also something, Kevin, where they put it together for us so quickly. And I think that made a huge difference in the way that it was received and what we were able to do with it. So.
Yeah, it was a real grassroots efforts in really pushing that we were doing it too. And then I think we had a ton of downloads on it afterwards for people who didn't make it, and that was great. So congratulations to Alto Alliance for that. And thanks again for being such a great partner. We appreciate you very much. Let's move on to the next category. So outstanding podcast or podcast series. And unlike the categories we announced yesterday, we went through the category descriptions. I think these are kind of self-explanatory, so I'm not reading the descriptions on those. Rose, who are our finalists for outstanding podcast? This was a really popular category this year with almost as many podcast nominations as we had for various webinars. The podcast platform has really taken off. And here are your finalists for podcast series. Rose?
Okay, the first finalist is the Employee Safety Podcast produced by Alert Media.
Our next finalist is Crime Science, produced by the Loss Prevention Research Council, the LPRC.
Our third finalist is ISCPO 360 Security Podcast from the International Supply Chain Protection Organization, or ISCPO.
And our final finalist, say that 3 times fast, is actually one that you were very much involved with, Kevin. LPM's 2 Cents on Two Things. Tell us a bit what that podcast series is about.
Yeah, that one was that was a lot of fun. Doing something a little bit different. We had a board of topics, personal, professional, and political, and we talked to different executives and we let them pick 2 topics so they could give their 2 cents on 2 things. And it was really different too, because it wasn't just about loss prevention stuff. Some was, or, issues that we're facing, but some of them were, a little bit more than that and took us outside of our normal LP speak, and discussions on a podcast like that. So it was really a lot of fun to do.
Yeah, that one that you did with Lisa LeBruno and her story on the power of forgiveness. I think that was my favorite. That was incredible.
Yeah, it really was. And if you haven't heard her backstory, and Lisa's a private person, she doesn't usually open up like that, and she really did. And the story of the accident that she was in and how it left her scarred in a number of ways for so many years, both physically and emotionally, and how she got over that, and what it did for her family, and so forth. It was just awesome. So thank you. All right, so let's get to the winners. Rose, the envelope, please, if you can read it in the dark with a flashlight.
I can. I'm all set up here. So, okay, here we go. The runner-up for the Outstanding Podcast Award is 2 Cents on Two Things.
Hey,
Hey.
there we go.
Congrats.
Ah, fantastic.
Oh, that's good. Awesome.
And the
All right.
winner of the Outstanding Podcast Award is Crime Science and from the Loss Prevention Research Council, our good friends over the LPRC.
All right.
Congratulations, LPRC. Well done. I'll have to
Yes,
step up
well
our
done.
game next year, apparently, but well done and well deserved. That's a great series. And if you guys have not tuned into that, please make sure that you download it. You'll find it very, very useful. Absolutely. All
I
right.
didn't see the tallies, but I'm assuming you were a close second.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I hope so, but we'll see.
Okay, we're moving on to our next category as we continue to celebrate solution providers with the Solution Provider Partner of the Year Award.
Just having a great product is not enough. After all, what good is the product if there is not a strong partner to help you roll it out and be responsive to your needs and the support that you need throughout the process and after? The best solution provider partners do not just understand their ROI, they know how to partner with you to help you communicate this to the business, and they are there to support you, to support you, your team, and your company should any need arise. The solution provider partner category is intended to recognize outstanding performance by a specific individual and or an organization. To be eligible for nomination, the solution provider must currently be or have been in the role for which they are being nominated for some or all of the calendar year of the nomination. Solution provider partner nominations must be submitted by a retail client with firsthand knowledge of their contributions and performance. I think it was worth going into detail on the background and kind of the requirements for this particular award, because I think this is a great one, and yeah, requires a little bit of background on that.
Yeah, it did. Well, and because we need to really specify partner versus innovator. Because, you know, there was a difference here in what the awards were going for, I think, in demonstrating a really strong partnership as well as the, you know, the innovative nature of the solution providers in not only partnering, but with new solutions and things like that. So this was actually a really popular category for nominations. We had so many people putting forward their favorite solution provider partners. It was great to see the true partnership there, and the retailers coming forward to help support the vendors that support them. So that was great. Jack, who made the finalist list?
Well, there were a lot this year. We have several in this category, and as a reminder, you can go to www.lphall.com to read more about the stories for the nomination submissions on each of these finalists. Our first finalist is Aurora.
Our next finalist is Alto Alliance.
Okay, that's followed by Agilence.
And next we have Axis Communications.
And next we have CargoNet.
And last but by no means least, our final finalist in this category is Think LP.
Excellent. All right, Merrick, the runner-up envelope.
Okay, this is quite a list. These are all great partners. All right, so here we go. The 2020 Solution Provider Partner of the Year, first runner-up is Axis Communications.
Excellent. Congratulations to Hedgie and Rick Snook and Mike Connolly, all of our friends at Axis. Such a great group of people, and Axis is such a huge supporter of the industry, and they always go so far out of their way to get back. Well deserved as our first runner-up for sure.
Are we ready for the winner?
I think we are.
Okay, and the winner of the 2020 Solution Provider Partner Award is Alto Alliance.
Hey, there we go.
Right.
Congratulations, Alto Alliance. Excellent. Well, I think we said a lot of good things about them on the webinar piece too. They seem to be on a roll today. So I don't remember if they were nominated in the innovator category or not, but let's see if it's a sweep today or what. This has been a group that's been they've really evolved the last couple of years and have really proven some remarkable ROI with their clients. I hear from their clients a lot, great feedback on their partnering with the entire organization. This is really well reserved. So congratulations, Alto, and good for you. Keep it up. All right, final category for the day, Solution Provider Innovator of the Year. Rose, tell us about the Solution Provider Innovator category.
Okay, whether it's an idea, a widget, a gizmo, or a platform, for this category, whatever it is, its impact and its potential impact are undeniable. The solution provider may have a history of ideas and innovation, or they may be the new kid on the block. Regardless, they have a kick-ass solution that needs to be recognized. Maybe there's a great backstory of developing an idea in partnership with a retailer, or maybe the solution provider just had the foresight to solve an industry problem and hedge their bet on its success. The solution provider innovator category recognizes that something new or that something amazing that offers a real contribution to the business or the industry at large. To be nominated, the specific example of innovation must currently be or have been released to the industry within the last 24 months, not the last 24 hours. The solution provider innovator nominations must have been submitted by a retail client with firsthand knowledge of the solution's impact on retail performance or the bottom line.
Wonderful. Thank you. Okay, let's get to those finalists. Merrick.
All right, and these are in no particular order. Our first finalist is 3SI Security Systems.
And the next is Secure Cash.
Our third finalist was also nominated and selected as the finalist for Solution Provider Partner category as well, which does speak volumes of this company as both a great partner and a great innovator, Think LP.
All right, our last finalist for today is a newcomer to the industry, Truth, who are helping the organized retail crime associations communicate and share valuable knowledge and information with alerts and notifications and driving collaborations on ORC investigations. If you haven't seen them yet, you should definitely check them out too. Jack, how about you bring it home and announce the runner-up for Solution Provider Innovator?
Okay, the envelope. Okay, we have a tie. For the runners-up, we have 3SI Solutions and Truth.
Oh, fantastic. You know, it's funny because we actually had 2 ties this year. I won't tell you what category, but I understand for that runner-up, please, they actually had the same number of votes. You wouldn't have think that would have happened, but not only did it happen once, it happened twice.
Yeah, you consider all the different people that are voting out there to have it a tie is
Yeah,
special.
yeah. So congratulations to 3SI and to Truth. Let's look at our winner. Do we have Rose back?
We do. I apologize.
Nope, no worries at all. All right, Rose, our winner for
Okay.
Solution Provider Innovator.
And our winner is, I would like to start by saying that I have had the personal pleasure of working with many of the members of this team, as well as their fearless leader in a past life. And it is my honor to name the winner of the 2020 Solution Provider Innovator Award to Doug Trelevin and his fearless team at Think LP.
Outstanding.
All right.
Nice.
Very well deserved.
Yes,
Doug
very
and Red and the whole team over there. You guys are phenomenal partners in the industry. You've demonstrated innovation year over year over year, and just couldn't be happier for you and more proud to work with you guys. So it's just amazing to see the nominations and the winners so heavily influenced by data and analytics and communication. I mean, it really says a lot about how big that is in our industry and in driving the strategies and the decisions of so many retailers. It's quite the evolution over the past 5 to 10 years.
Yeah, very well deserved for sure. So, okay, well, that's a wrap on our announcements for today. We do hope that you'll join us again tomorrow at 1:00 p.m. Eastern time, where we'll announce even more winners. Jack, can you tell us the categories we'll be announcing tomorrow?
Yes, tomorrow we will be announcing the investigation of the year, the investigators of the year, and the law enforcement partner of the year. And we will be joined by some of the leaders in the organized retail crime space to help drive the ORC initiatives and ORC partnerships across the United States.
Excellent. Well, we're excited to have them join us tomorrow. And we look forward to seeing you all again tomorrow. Thanks so much.
Have a great day.
Yes, thank you, everyone. Take care. Have a great day.
Thank you.
All right,
Stay
take care.
safe.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.